What is up, YouTube? Today I'm coming back at you with another gaming pickups video, and I haven't done a gaming pickups in quite a while, but I do have some new stuff to show you guys. Most of it's older stuff. I do have a few newer games. I've got 6 different things to show you guys, and I think they're all pretty cool. Like always, we'll go older games to newer games, and let's just get right into it. So that starts us off with the oldest system I picked stuff up for this time, and that is Game Gear. And I finally found a bunch of Game Gear stuff that I didn't have, because as some of you may know, I'm trying to slowly get a complete North American Game Gear collection. And so I have most of the common games. There's still a lot that I don't have, but I have most of the common games, so I don't really find a lot of new stuff. But this time I found 4 different Game Gear games, and so yeah, I'll just show them and talk a little bit about each one. So the first one I picked up is Lemmings. Lemmings is a strategy game, and it's on multiple different platforms. And this is actually, I think, one of the very few games that I have that is 1 or 2 players using the Game Gear link cable, which I don't own because I don't know anybody else with a Game Gear. But Lemmings is like a strategy game where you try to navigate these small lemmings into the end goal gateway, and you're just basically trying to keep them from dying and trying to navigate your way through these puzzles. It's a pretty fun game. The graphics aren't the best. It's very pixelated. The controls are a little weird too. It's basically a straight port from the PC version while using the D-pad as the mouse, and then 1 and 2 to select various different things in the menus. So it's a weird way to do it. It's not the best way to play Lemmings because using the D-pad as a mouse kind of makes it a little bit of a disadvantage if you need to, do something quickly, because you have to go all the way down to the menu, wait for it to pop up, then select what you need to, and then go up. So it's a little weird, but yeah, it's nice to have on the Game Gear. The next one I picked up is an interesting platformer, and I was kind of excited to get it, but yeah, it's just one I was happy to have, and that is Tom and Jerry the movie. I was a big Tom and Jerry fan when I was growing up. I watched a lot of Tom and Jerry, so I was kind of happy to get this one on the Game Gear. Basically what this is a side-scrolling platformer where you are playing as Tom, and your main objective is obviously to catch Jerry. So you're trying to get through the different obstacles in the platforming sections as quickly as possible while trying to catch Jerry. The platforming is not the best. It's a little imprecise. I've noticed that the sides of the platforms are really, really hard to grab onto if you're trying to make a long jump. So it sometimes doesn't work very well. But it's a really cool concept, and I just haven't seen anything like this where your entire point of the platforming is trying to capture something. So not only are you platforming, but you're also trying to capture something that's constantly moving away from you. So that's kind of cool. It's a different little take on platforming. Alright, the next one that I have is another side-scroller, like most of the games, and that is Spider-Man: The Return of the Sinister Six. And this one is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Obviously you play as Spider-Man, and the graphics for this game are really, really good. Nice pixel art, and the story, the story is told through, like most beat-em-ups, through cutscenes with text. The way that the game controls itself is a little weird. I think this one could have definitely benefited from more buttons. There's just the way you control Spider-Man, his attacks they don't feel really responsive, which is not something you want in a side-scrolling beat-em-up. So I would have to say, if you can get this one, just give it a pass if you have the chance, because it's fun if you're a really big Spider-Man fan, but if you want a beat-em-up that you can actually play and you won't get frustrated at, this is probably not the one for you, because I can see myself getting very frustrated with the mechanics of this game, seeing as Spider-Man responds very slow, and just the climbing, everything is a little wonky. So I don't know, it's not the greatest game, but it's nice to have for the collection. And the last game that I picked up for the Game Gear is probably, in my opinion, the best one that I picked up. And that is, I'm pretty sure this is the last Sonic licensed game that I didn't have on the Game Gear, and that is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. And this is basically a Tetris style, or like a Tetris style puzzle game. So this is just a puzzle game, but it has some really cool mechanics that I like. It's got 5 different colors, 5 or 4, I don't remember correctly. And basically what you're trying to do is, stack 4 different, at minimum, 4 of the same color next to each other in order to, get rid of the selected blocks. Now, the cool thing about this is, unlike Tetris, they don't have to be in a row. So that's cool. Same with columns. Pretty sure columns have to be in a row. They just have to be touching in this one on any of the 4 sides. So that's kind of cool. It also has another interesting mechanic. Every, I don't know, I would say about 10 to 15 seconds, they'll drop these clear blocks. And the only way to get rid of the clear blocks is by getting rid of a stack near the clear blocks. So that's a really interesting concept too, and it kind of adds an extra dimension of challenge. And there's different bosses that you play against, and there's like a story mode, and there's different bosses you play against, and obviously the later ones get more difficult, and I don't know. The first couple ones are really easy, but it's fun to have. I like puzzle games like this, so that's all the Game Gear games I have. Nice to get some more stuff in the Game Gear collection finally. Alright, so now we'll go to the more modern games. I have, let's just do this one. We'll go earliest ones, like always. So that starts us off with the PS3. And I wasn't completely sure that I even had this game, because I thought I might have bought it previously, but I wasn't sure. But luckily I did buy it because it was a good deal and I didn't have it. So I'm excited to actually have this one. I've been looking at it for a long time, but I just never jumped on it, and that is Eternal Sanada. This is a JRPG by Bandai, and I just really liked it because I really enjoyed the art style. It's fully voice acted, I think. I didn't play a whole lot of it, I just put it in and tested it, but I'm pretty sure it's fully voice acted, and I just really like, your standard JRPG stuff. It's a stereotypical fantasy setting, but those are like my favorite RPGs, so it's nice to have. The anime style is really cool. It's more of a chibi style, which is nice. The controls are really well done, and the voice acting seems pretty above average. I would say. I wouldn't say it's like amazing voice acting, but I would say it's above average for sure. And yeah, I'm really happy to have this one in the collection. I'll show you what the inside looks like. And this is what the inside looks like with the manual and everything. So happy to have that one in the PS3 collection. And now the last one I picked up is something that I don't pick up very often. This is a Wii game. Now, I don't often pick up Wii games because there's a lot of shovelware on the Wii, and the only things I want for the Wii are games like worth owning that are like actually fun to play. And so I've picked up an RPG, which is something that you don't really see a lot on the Wii, and it is Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World. And I'm pretty sure there's a normal Tales of Symphonia. I'm not sure if it's the same game and this is like the updated version, because I know this is also on the GameCube. But I don't have the GameCube version, so I just got this, and the voice actors themselves are really, really good. They seem to like portray everything really well. The only issue I have with the voice acting is there's like these really long, awkward pauses in between different cuts of scenes and stuff, so which is kind of like throws you out of the experience and just takes unnecessary amount of time. The animation is really, really good. There's animated cutscenes with actual computer animation, and it's really, really high quality, like most Tales games. And the combat it's alright. It's not the best it's an action JRPG, and the combat's not the best I've ever played, but it's definitely passable. The controls are pretty straightforward, pretty simplified, and yeah, my biggest thing that I didn't like about this game is the fact that there's no real overworld. They kind of did a Final Fantasy X type thing where there's like an overworld map and you just click on a location to go there, and that's how you pretty much go around the world. But it's alright, I guess. Really happy to have this game. Always looking for good stuff on the Wii, especially RPGs and whatnot. So happy to have that in the collection, and yeah, just nice to have. Alright, so that's everything that I picked up this time. A lot of cool stuff, mostly Game Gear, because, got to grow that Game Gear collection. But yeah, that's everything I have for you guys. If you have any recommendations for games, leave them in the comment box below. I'm always happy to check out new games and stuff. And let me know what you guys picked up recently. I'm always happy to hear that. So that's all I have, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.